It's Week 18 of the NFL, and our focus is on this team's versatile running back. He's now able to call himself a 1,000-yard rusher for the season. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he enters the final weekend on top of the league in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been dynamic all season long. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. 2nd down and 8. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make.
Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the visitors extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Our home team, 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Thrown left side, the catch is made, and the tackle is made at about the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
To the right side here, pass is caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. So, time to think about 4th and goal coming up. 14-3 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now he takes off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately,
he gets free. And he will go all the way. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the visitors extend it to a 21-6 advantage.
Our home team, 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Result is a 1st down.
His throw left side is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. To the goal line and in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, for the point after. The kick is good. And the visitors add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. This one complete right side.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Up the middle they go. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Off he goes. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and goal. And that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the visitors going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now this team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Going for it all. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
The 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been in a...
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A big one there to start the second half. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a run on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They get 14 on that hookup, and that will be a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. I like the idea of have taken your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to have enough for the first down. We'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up first down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. Back to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The tight end going in motion to the left. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through. And the visitors will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Fires left sideline. That is complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It moves to second and 10.
They'll look to throw yet again. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's the gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because...
And he will score.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still second down.
And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. Eomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team, 16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A toss left side caught by his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Checking it down, this one is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big play there. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. Here's 1st and 10. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. 2nd down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, like not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. To the air now on 1st and 10. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.